Hey everyone, welcome back to Creative Witchy Mumma. I'm here tonight. Look, it's nighttime. H is in bed, and I wanted to talk about something that not a lot of people talk about, especially solo mums. I think also just mums in general, maybe just people in general, don't really talk about this, but I want to talk about loneliness. I live on my own with H. I don't live on my own, I live with H. I live with my two cats. And I think going into choosing to become a solo mum, I was never informed, never told, never even came into any sort of conversation about how lonely things would be. And I know that sounds crazy, and I think it's crazy too, because I'm literally never on my own. I have H with me 24 hours a day. I've got cats at home. I've got a beautiful tribe of friends. I literally am never alone. But since having my son, I feel the most lonely ever in my life. And I want to talk about it because I think it's actually quite normal. I think we need to normalize this and not think that if we're going through these things or we've decided to do these things, that we have to then kind of put on this facade of, that we're always happy and jolly and always, got company, always happy, happy, happy. Because I think the reality is that we're just not. I know I'm not. I go through times where, I've talked to people during the day, have friends come around. But then at the end of it, I feel lonely. I feel like I'm on my own. I feel like, all the tasks I'm doing myself, which I am, like I'm physically doing everything myself. But it sometimes just feels cripplingly lonely. And I don't know if anybody else has got any comments about that or any other experience that they would love to throw in. I would love to hear anybody else's experience because I genuinely believe that this is a normal feeling, but we need to talk about it more and we need to sit in that feeling of loneliness, and understand why it's there. I think it is normal. It's normal to have that feeling when, you are consumed by all of this and you don't have somebody there to bounce things off. And maybe even people in a relationship, maybe they feel lonely too. I know I went through bouts of loneliness in my previous relationship because we were disconnected. And I think maybe in other relationships, people are disconnected too. But I really feel like specifically around, mums that have chosen to go this alone, it's almost like this weight that you can't complain about it. You can't complain that, that anything's wrong because you've chosen to do this on your own. You've made that decision. You've physically gone, yep, I know I'm going to be on my own. Yes, I know I'm going to do this. And yes, I'm going to accept it all. But I think it's okay for us to feel like that. Just because we've decided to do this, it doesn't make our feelings any less valid. And I'm here to make it normal, to talk about it, to help, maybe other mums that are going through this, maybe anybody that's going through bits of loneliness, that it can be quite normal. And I think dealing with it is then, what do we do about it? I've had so many conversations with so many people about what to do about that, like how to kind of sit in it. And I think for me, actually talking about it is really good. But then also sitting in some meditation or I love, as you can see behind me, I've got singing bowls. I love playing them. I love listening to them. I love listening to like the hand pan. I think that is really important. It's good to find something that you connect with and maybe ground yourself with, to kind of bring you back to, yes, you're feeling lonely, but it doesn't mean that you are lonely, because I'm not lonely. I've got tons of people and, you know, around me and love and support and everything. I'm not lonely, but it's just that feeling of loneliness. And it is just that, it's a feeling, it's an emotion. And I think it's healthy to sit in it, but then also to remember that it is going to pass. But it is on the realm of normal. Like, I just think there's so many different things here to kind of talk about and to kind of bring to the surface, and allow the floor for other people to talk about that as well, and to not think that they're alone. You know, I know that there is a huge solo mum by choice community, not just here in Victoria, but across Australia, and I'm sure there is across the world too. And I'm pretty sure that almost every single one of those people have felt like this, that they're just at the grind every single day, whether it's being a stay-at-home mum, whether it's going back to work, but then just feeling that loneliness. You can't bounce your ideas off another person. You've got no space to sit on your own, because you've always got that little human or humans, you know, that need you, that constantly are a part of you, and they're in your world like 100% of the time. But yeah, I just really wanted to jump in and talk about that, and talk about how I felt, and then how I've dealt with it. And I think, like, I go through like waves. I go through waves, patterns of feeling like this, but then also feeling so fulfilled too. You know, that it is a feeling that passes, and then, you know, maybe the next hour or the next day, I feel abundant. I feel so full of life, so full of gratitude and abundance, like you wouldn't believe. So it is just, they're all just feelings, aren't they? And I think it's really important for us to not only feel them, but to sit with them and honor them as well. Honor them and do whatever it takes for us to work through it. Like, you know, for you, it could be journaling, it could be music, it could be meditation, it could be yoga, it could be screaming at the top of a mountain. I don't know. I know what grounds me really well is getting out in nature. I love being by the ocean. I love being in a forest. I love foraging for mushrooms and getting out there amongst the trees, and that really helps me. So I think it's about connecting into what helps us most. So in those moments of feeling lonely or feeling despair or feeling like we can't do all those things anymore ourselves, that we can kind of tap into whatever that is for us. And I would love to know what it is for you. Like, what do you do to kind of get past those feelings and to sit in them, to honor them? Do you do that, or do you push them aside? I think for me, I've definitely pushed them aside in the past. Like, right at the beginning of having H, I was going through a roller coaster of emotions, and I just never thought I would have some of these emotions. And I think I was pushing them aside. I was pushing my mum aside. My mum was here helping me very early days. I was pushing her aside, saying, you know, no, I can't deal with this right now. But then I've quickly had to learn and regulate those feelings and emotions, but also sit with them, honor them, and realize that they're a part of me. They're a part of motherhood. They're a part of being that single mum by choice. They're a part of somebody living by themselves. Like, essentially, like, I'm an adult by myself. Yes, I have a child and I've got cats, but I'm the only adult in the house. You know, and there are so many people like that. I've got lots of friends that are on their own that would probably feel like this too. So I definitely know that I'm not the only one, but then it's how we kind of deal with it. It's how we present. It's how we then kind of sit through those emotions. And yeah, like I said, I've really learnt to kind of sit with them and then try and deal with them by grounding myself and bringing myself back to like a present state, and just sitting with they are feelings, their emotions, and they will pass. And it's not that I am lonely. It's that I feel like I'm lonely, and a feeling is something very different to being I am. I had a very beautiful conversation with my mum, and she rephrased something for me, and so just, just sometimes rephrasing things and then playing that over and over again in your head is super important, I think, just so then you don't think that you're going crazy. Because I do think that there are times, I know for me, that I think I am going a bit crazy, that, I think I'm not good enough. I'm not a good enough mum. I'm not this, I'm not that. But then they are just thoughts. They're not me. They are just thoughts, and they do pass. So yeah, hit me up. What do you do? Like, have you felt lonely before? Are you a single mum by choice? Are you a person on your own? Are you in a relationship and you felt lonely too? Yeah, I'd love to know. Hit me up in the comments, or come over to my socials as well, on Insta. If you just type in Creative Witchy Mumma, I'll pop up. Hit me up in the DMs. I'd love to know. I would love to chat more about coping mechanisms, and also what you do, what you do yourself to sit in it, and do you sit in it, or do you need help, or do you need to talk to someone? I'd love to hear your experience too. Yes, I mean, look, that's all I really wanted to jump in and talk about tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope there was some information there for you. If not, keep on going. And look, if you do want to hear any more, you're liking the content that I'm putting out, please subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well, and then you'll know once I've uploaded a new video. You'll see that I've posted quite a bit of different content on basically everything that I'm doing. So making, creating, talking about things like this. I'll often have Harrison with me as well. So if you like it, please hit that subscribe and notification bell. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye.